Alright, so here's your guys' test review number 1. So let's begin. So you guys are gonna complete each congruency statement by naming the correct corresponding angle or side. So number 1, you guys have that figure, or those two figures. Now you have to figure out what is the same corresponding side that is congruent to FD. Now, if you look at your congruency statements, you guys, F and then D, right? So what is the exact same corresponding side for the other triangle? I, K. So this one's going to be congruent to I, K. Now for number 2, we have, well, what is angle A congruent to, right? Well, if you guys look at your triangle congruency statement, here's where angle A is, right? So for the other triangle, it better match up to the middle angle. So angle, I'll box these, angle M. Number 3, angle U. What is angle U congruent to for the other triangle? Where here's angle U. So for the other triangle, you guys, it's congruent to angle F. So angle F. Number 4, we have line segment HG. So line segment HG, so HG, right? So for the other triangle, you guys, that's the same thing or corresponding angle, same measurement as angle VW. Angle VW. Alright, so there's that, you guys. Now for number 5 and 6, write a statement that indicates that the triangles in each pair are congruent. So this is just practicing making a triangle congruency statement. So you could do any order you like, but I'm gonna do triangle JKI. Now there are many ways you guys can go about this. There's many options you guys could select, but I just happen to choose triangle JKI. So what is the exact same order but for the other triangle? Well, if you look at J, you guys, notice angle J, right, has one arc. It has one arc, and then I'm going to K, which has two arcs, and then I'm going to I, which has three arcs. So for the other triangle, which one has the one arc? Well, angle J is congruent to angle T. So triangle T, and then J1, 2, one that has two arcs, right? So the one that has two arcs, you guys, is this one. So angle R is congruent to angle K. And then, which one has the three arcs? Well, two arcs to the three arcs, you guys, is to angle S. Again, you could do any order you guys want. I just so happen to do that as long as you match up the correct corresponding angles and sides to the other. Let's do 6. I'm just gonna choose BCD. Why not? Alphabetize. So triangle BCD. So what is that? What are the exact same corresponding angles congruent to triangle BCD? Well, BCD. So which one's congruent to angle B? It is G. Which one's congruent to angle C? It's H. Which one's congruent to angle D? It's I. So G, H, I. All right. So that's how you guys go about that one. Now for this one. State what additional information is required to know that the triangles are congruent for the reason given? So, we have to provide an additional statement so that we have this triangle congruency statement. So, what additional information can we guys provide? Well, these are congruent to each other, you guys, because those are vertical angles. So, we have a pair of congruent sides and a pair of congruent angles. So in order to prove that we have this piece and we have this piece, you guys, we need to find, or we need to add an additional statement that makes two sides congruent to each other. Well, in order for both the triangles to be congruent by side angle side, this side has to be congruent to this side so that it makes a side angle side. So that is JI has to be congruent to EI. Or vice versa, you guys. You could have said IJ, which is the same thing as congruent to IE. So the strategy to these, you guys, is look what you have first, right? And then add the additional information required in order to know that the triangles are congruent for the reason given. So when you guys look at 8, right? Okay, so we know that side's congruent to this side and this side's congruent to this side, right? What additional piece do we need in order to prove that the triangles are congruent by side angle side? The only thing we don't have, you guys, is the angle. And notice the angle is included, which means it's in between the two measurements, or it's the angle that's formed by the two sides. So this side, this angle, and this angle, you guys, have to be congruent to each other. So angle L has to be congruent to angle H. This is the additional information that we need in order to prove the triangles are congruent to each other. Now let's look at 9. So I see that we only have one pair of sides congruent to each other, right? So it makes me think, what else can we say is congruent to each other, right? Well, you automatically know that this side is congruent to itself, right? FYI, that's by the reflexive property. Now, we have one side congruent to each other and another side. So, the additional information we need to incorporate is we need to say that this one's congruent to this one. So, dx has to be congruent to YZ. That's the additional information we need in order to prove the triangles are congruent by side, side, side. Alright, 10. This side's congruent to this side, and this side's congruent to this side. So, we already have two corresponding sides congruent to each other, or two pairs of corresponding sides. All we need to say is another side has to be congruent. So, this side congruent to this side. So, RT has to be congruent to XZ. Alright. Number 11. Now, here's a word bank, and you guys just have to provide the reasoning based off of these word banks. So, I think you all know that the first one, for some reason I can't select that. But this first one, you guys, and the first reasoning, what the? Oh, it's because I screenshotted it, that's right. Okay, anywho, so based off the word bank, provide the reason, put it in the correct reason. So, first one, you guys, is given, so I'm going to write that there. Now, angle ACB is congruent to angle ECB. So this, you guys, it's saying that is congruent to this. And you guys know that is the vertical angles are congruent. Now, the triangle congruency statement, you guys, is side angle side. And if you guys annotate That side is congruent to this side. This angle is congruent to this angle, and this side is congruent to that one. Side angle, side, side angle, side. Number 12. So, first statement, you guys, is the given. So, just gonna rewrite it. YA is congruent to BA, and angle B is congruent to angle Y. Given. Now, angle ZAY, so ZAY is right here, is congruent to CAB, which is right here. So, why are those congruent? Because they're vertical angles. So vertical angles are congruent. And lastly, why are these triangles congruent? That angle is congruent to this angle, this side is congruent to that side, this angle is congruent to that angle. Angle, side, angle. Alright. Now we got 13. So 13, you guys, it says label the angles that are linear pairs, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, same side interior angles, same side exterior angles, corresponding angles, and vertical angles. So this is just practicing your guys' knowledge of identifying the different pairs. So for linear pair, remember you guys, this is what a linear pair looks like, right? And I see so many options for those. So angle 1 and angle 2 are linear pairs. And remember you guys, linear pairs is when they share a common vertex and side. And you guys know linear pairs are supplementary, which means they add up to 180. So we got 1, that's a linear pair. Angle 1 and angle 4 are a linear pair. Right there, you guys. We got angle 2 and angle 3 are a linear pair. Angle 3 and angle 4 linear pair. And that accomplishes that. And on the other side, you guys, angle 5 and angle 6 are a linear pair. Angle 6 and angle 7. Angle 7 and angle 8. And angle 8 and angle 5. So this exercise, you guys, is just you guys practicing seeing, for you guys to see your angle measurements, your specific angle measurements, or angle relationships, sorry. So those are all our linear pairs, and remember you guys, linear pairs are supplementary. Now, alternate interior angles. Remember, this is the interior region, right? Because it's in between the two lines. This region, you guys, is our exterior. So, alternate interior angles, you guys, it's here, right? But they are not on the same side. So, 4 and 6 is a pair of alternate interior angles. So, angle 4 and angle 6. 5 and 3 are also another pair. So, angle 3 and angle 5. So, those are all our interior angles. And remember, you guys, alternate interior angles, these are congruent when you have parallel lines. Those are congruent. I'll just say that this is 180 degrees so that you guys can see. Or I'll just say they're supplementary. That's even better. Okay, alternate exterior angles. So you guys are looking at the exterior angles region, right? So 1 and 7 are alternate exterior angles. Angle 1 and angle 7. And 2 and 8. Angle 2 and angle 8. And remember, you guys, these are congruent when we have parallel lines. Okay, same side interior angle. So here's the interior angles region, right? Same side in context of the transversal. So these are on the same side, you guys, and these sides are on the same side. So angle 3 and angle 6 and angle 4 and angle 5. And these, you guys, are supplementary. And remember, you guys, supplementary means they add up to 180, the two angles. Okay, same side exterior. Exterior region, exterior region. Which ones are on the same side of this transversal? 1 and 8 and 2 and 7. So angle 1 and angle 8 and angle 2 and angle 7. And remember, you guys, these are supplementary. Okay, vertical angles. So if you guys forgot, these are what vertical angles look like, right? So what's all our pairs of vertical angles? There, 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 and there. All the crisscrosses. So angle 1 and angle 3 are vertical angles. Angle 2 and angle 4 are vertical angles. Angle 5, angle 7, and angle 6, and angle 8.
Wait, is this going to give me more work? I already cut and pasted.
Those are all our vertical angles, and remember, you guys, vertical angles are congruent to each other. Oh, and one thing I did forget, you guys, is corresponding angles. I forgot to put that in here. So, corresponding angles, you guys. It is, if I don't know if you guys remember, but I told you guys, look at both of them like as pizzas, right? Same location as angle 1 is angle 5, 2, 6, 7, 3, and 8 is to 4. So corresponding angles are 1 and 5, 2 and 6, 4 and 8, and 3 and 7. Those are all of our corresponding angles. So we got angle 1 and angle 5, angle 2 and angle 6, angle 3 and angle 7, and angle 4 and angle 8. And remember, you guys, corresponding angles are congruent. Okay, 14. So this is an exterior angle, you guys, and these two angles, you guys, are our remote interior angles. And the exterior angle theorem tells us, you guys, the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two remote interior angles. So if we made an equation, we got 5x plus 5 plus 7x plus 13 is equal to 10x plus 20. We solve for x. I will zoom in. Sorry, you guys. And then we solve for x. So 5x plus 7x, 12x, 5 plus 13 plus 18, which is equal to 10x plus 20. Ooh, I'm gonna have to make a correction on this, you guys, because this is not what I intended for this problem. This problem is going to give you a bad answer. Ooh, I'm gonna have to fix this. Okay, so let me make this we're gonna make this 100. I'm gonna be changing this on your guys' stuff. Sorry, you guys.
Did you see it?
Okay, that's
Oh,
that.
that was a pretty one, right?
Sorry, you guys. I do not do a good job of this one. Is that fine? I think that is good now. Yeah, sorry about that, you guys, but I'll fix it on your guys's. So, recap. That's your guys' exterior angle. Those are your guys' two remote interior angles. Exterior angle theorem says exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two remote interior angles. So, now we can make our equation. Finally, 5x plus 40 plus 15x plus 20 is equal to the exterior angle, which is 10x plus 100. So now we can solve. So 5x plus 15x is 20x. 40 plus 20 is plus 60 is equal to 10x plus 100. Now I'm going to move my variables to the left-hand side. So I'm going to subtract both sides by 10x. Subtract both sides by 60. And then divide both sides by 10. So x is equal to 4. X is equal to 4, and now you guys gotta find each angle measurement, right? So for measurement angle A, 5x plus 40, it's 5 times 4 plus 40, and this is gonna give you guys 60. So measurement angle A is 60. Measurement angle B, 15 times 4 plus 20, 60 plus 20, 80. And then measuring angle BCD, you guys, 10 times 4 plus 100, 140 degrees. And that makes sense, right? Here's the exterior angle, you guys, and these should be the sum in order to get that. Sorry, that was super scuffed. Alright, 15. So, this is a triangle. You guys know the interior angles of a triangle add up to 180. That's the triangle sum theorem. So, 30 plus 12x plus 13x is equal to 180. So, combine like terms, so 30 plus 25x equals 180. Subtract by 30 to both sides, and divide both sides by 25. So x is equal to 6. Now we gotta find each angle measurement. So for measuring angle A, 12 times 6, right? You substitute 6 in for x, and you should get 72 degrees. For measuring angle B, that's just 30 degrees. Measuring angle C, 13 times 6, which would have given you 78 degrees. There's your guys' test review. Sorry about 14, you guys, but yeah, sorry about that. Alright, study up, you guys. Remember, test is coming up on Tuesday, so good luck, okay? Peace.